Blog Talk Radio.
It's Karen, brother.
Show, Blog Talk Radio, Lucia. Tonight we're going to be talking about vaccinations. Is it friendly or is it foe? I'm your host, Terrence, with my co-host, Tamu P. What's up, T?
What's up, T? How you doing today?
I'm good, you know.
Greetings to everyone out there on Blog Talk. Thank you for joining us again.
Same here. So how was your day, T?
Man, it wasn't too bad, ups and downs, but, you know, you get around.
Sounds good. Well, I'm going to start off, like I always do, I'm going to start off with a poem. It's called Vaccinations. Vaccination is a deadly cure that was done before the time that we know firsthand, creating antibodies for defense, sneezing, coughing, or a hiccup. Take a shot. Take my shot that you have to pay me for. Leave the old medicines behind. Leave the earthly stuff alone. And take what I created, my vaccination, friend or foe. So
that was deep.
And
that was right on point. You know, that's because really vaccinations, there's nothing natural about them. They're, you know, usually propagated in petri dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, stuck in some kind of solution that probably has some harmful chemicals in it, and then injected into your body.
Mm-hmm.
So, really, I think it's a good time for us to begin discussion about vaccinations, especially considering the controversy going on right now in the country.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, you know, I know that they've had the outbreak that was in Haiti.
Yeah.
The Ebola outbreak, AIDS,
yep,
syphilis,
yep,
gonorrhea, all this stuff was man-made. And the measles that just came back out, right, in California. The measles.
I didn't know what year we were in when I heard the measles, because, I mean, it's like we didn't hear that since World War II.
That's true.
So it's making a resurgence, and I think the measles issue is really leading the whole vaccination controversy right now. And I want to take a time, and I want our listeners to understand, you know, what exactly is going on, because now they got this phrase, anti-vaccine, pro-vaccine. So first off, where did the whole controversy about vaccines start? And apparently back in 2014, you know, not too long ago, December 2014, Disneyland, there was an outbreak of the measles at Disneyland in 2014, at the end of 2014, where about 42 people, 42 people only.
Were they the employees?
According to some of the articles I read, they did put some of the employees. No, it was people visiting.
Okay.
It was people visiting Disneyland
in
Anaheim. And so, you know, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they record, you know, outbreaks. So it's been a lot of drama come up off of this measles outbreak. So I was very shocked to see that it was only 59 people.
So tell me this, T.
For all of 2014.
Okay. tell me this, because I know you're very, very health conscious. With Obama doing the healthcare plan reform, do you think that all this stuff, because I mean, all of a sudden you just had everything just come out of nowhere once out of the healthcare plan had passed, and then you got measles coming back into play. You know, it's almost as they were saying, like, let's save this up for hard times. You know what I mean? So, do you think once the medical bill had passed and people was able to get things cheaper and the states had to pay out of their pockets with it, do you think this has something to do with that, so they can keep that steady money flowing?
Well, I definitely know this has become a political issue because a lot of people are up for re-election right now. And so it was the first thing talked about on the campaign circuit. That's why it's in the media. People care. Other than that, I doubt people would make such a big storm about it. But they're making a big storm about, in my opinion, maybe a phantom ghost here. Because, again, in 2014, in the state of California, there were 59 cases total. Total for 1 year, 2014, according to CNN, 59 cases of measles only. 82% of those people who were infected were not vaccinated, which means the other 18% were vaccinated and still got the measles. So now what is this glorious push to force people who, for medical reasons or for religious beliefs, will not get vaccinated? What is this force now to push them to get vaccinated when we're not really, based on the data that I've seen, it's not really clear that the fact that people haven't got vaccinated is the reason why we had the measles outbreak? Because in 2000, United States, they declared the measles eliminated.
Right.
Okay.
Tell me this before.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question.
Go ahead.
With the measles is children always get the measles, correct?
For the majority of people who get it.
Okay, and
children.
And to get that vaccination, you have to pay for that, correct?
Taking out your insurance. Mostly, yeah.
Right. So, and with this big push for them to vaccinate all the children in schools, and plus they're coming with some new laws to push it in schools nationwide. Yeah. And I want to look at that, brother, because I'm saying this outbreak happened December 15th, 2014. Let me make sure I said that right. 2014. It is February 12th. Right.
2015. So shy of 2 months. And there are legislations in at least 11 states to make it illegal to exempt out for religious beliefs or other beliefs.
Are those red states or blue states?
I wouldn't be able to tell you that because I don't follow their political like that. But I do know it's the state of California, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, New York. Am I missing a few? Then South Dakota, Oregon, Vermont, Washington, and West Virginia.
Well,
all of these states.
All red states except California.
All red states except for California. And I think a lot of it has to do with hysteria. I don't think a lot of people are looking at the data. I think the concept of the measles is scary. People remember before vaccines, and it just seemed like people were super sick.
Right.
And people were dying of the flu. You know, people would die of things that they wouldn't die of now.
Right.
So people have that stuck in their mind. So they're quick to jump on the vaccine. But I want to just point out to all the listeners that preventative measures is a wide range of things. So a vaccine is a small part of the preventative measures you could do to prevent from contracting any disease, not just the measles. And since we're on the measles, I think people probably don't even know what the measles are. So we should probably let them know that the measles is a respiratory disease caused by a virus and spread through the air. The measles starts with fever, runny nose, cough, red eyes, and a sore throat. Sounds like a flu.
That's true.
I mean, just based on this description that I got, just, off the internet, it's a respiratory issue.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of preventative things you can do to prevent all kind of respiratory issues.
Yes.
And none of that is being publicized right now.
Yeah.
They're really focusing on get a vaccine, get a vaccine, get a vaccine. And I just want people to know what the vaccine is, how the vaccine is created.
I'm glad you said that because this is just a big shotgun shell in the dark.
Right.
With the war that's hopefully not going to take place, but what Obama is talking about, if we bring our troops over there, a part of war, as everyone knows who has done the history on war, if you read Art of War by Sun Tzu, is to use, and even if you do Shaka Zulu, is to, his tactic, they put dead carcasses in the water. So when they did that, the British would drink the water and they would get sick.
Right.
So if you put the measles, like I said, it was almost as if it was stored for a hard time.
Right.
So
because it came back out of nowhere. Time capsule thing.
Right. So if you take that and bring that to war, and the enemy, the other ISIS. I don't like using that word because how they use it.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I understand why.
But if they use that, it's going to get into their respiratory system. And what happens once it gets into the respiratory system? Your body starts breaking down. You don't focus.
It'll be harder to fight.
It'll be harder to
keep up a rebellion.
True.
Against your, oppressive forces.
That's true. And then they're going to give our troops a vaccination
shot.
Right.
Now you got to look at that.
It's
you
got
to look at that.
But it's just a big shotgun shell in a dog.
Right. I mean, because again, I liken it to the cholera outbreak of Haiti after Haiti had that earthquake.
Yeah.
There was this really crazy cholera outbreak, and these are diseases that we think of from the 1800s.
Yeah.
Yes. And just let's mention that all these diseases come out of the industrial age and don't really have any historical basis prior to the industrial age. So these are definitely industrial diseases and have to definitely do with lifestyle choices that we have made.
Right.
So maybe we need to look at that before we start injecting people with vaccines. And I do want to talk about how they propagate the vaccine. First off, for people who don't know, the vaccine is a part of the virus itself.
Right.
That has been propagated, and for the measles in particular, it's been propagated inside a chicken embryo. So for anyone who has a particular dietary laws that they follow, to be injected with anything that's been propagated inside of a chicken embryo is against their belief system. So I could understand why there are parents who are anti-vaccination, considering also the fact that the measles vaccination does not come alone. The measles vaccination is actually called MMR. MMR, that is, and MMR stands for measles, mumps, and rubella.
Ooh.
So it's three. It's three viruses, and again, they can't propagate, but they're portions of the virus that your immune system can identify and then start creating antibodies for. But the whole point is that it's three viruses in one that you're given a dose of. And the earliest time a person takes this is at 12 months old, so a 1-year-old. A 1-year-old takes this. And I can understand why people would have concerns of taking this MMR vaccination. That's a lot of viruses to be taken into your body at one time, and at such a young age.
Right.
And there has been discussion that this MMR vaccination has been related to autism. There's parents in the United States and in the United Kingdom pushing for further research to be done to see if this vaccination is correlated to autism And autism is a disorder, and we don't really know where it comes from.
Right.
But people are really questioning, is it this vaccination? Because they notice the autism symptoms only after their children get the vaccination. You know, they're not reporting the severe cases that have come out after people have gotten the MMR vaccination. And again, it just seems like there's a whole bunch of hysteria because, of course, people are afraid for their kids, and it's good for you to be concerned about your kids' safety. No one's saying not to care about your kids' safety, but what we're saying is, should we jump the gun? Should we act in a hysterical manner, and now start forcing everyone to get vaccinated? Is that really the cure? Is that going to make it not happen? Because even though people have been getting vaccinated since 2000, there has been record-breaking numbers of confirmed cases of the measles outbreak, even though people have been getting vaccinated. So even though we've had this vaccine for so many years, there's still people who are vaccinated are still getting the measles. So it's not an end-all, be-all cure.
Right.
It's not for sure. Maybe there's an 80% chance that you won't get the measles if you get the vaccination, possibly. But it's not as if it's the end-all, be-all cure. And I'm concerned with the fact that no one is focusing on any other preventative measures.
Right.
It's just get the vaccine, and that's it.
Take the flu shot.
Just take the shot.
No questions asked.
No, don't ask any questions. And since she brought up the flu shot, I met a lady who got that H1N1 vaccine, and it messed up her kidneys.
You know what? I heard about that.
She can't pass. It's something about the blood flow from the kidneys to the knees. No longer is working properly, and it happened after she got the H1N1 vaccination. And her doctor told her there was mercury. Maybe it was too much mercury in her vaccination. First off, there's mercury in the vaccine. Yeah. So other than the fact that the virus is in the vaccine, they're preserving the virus through different solutions like mercury and other stuff that we don't really know the adverse effects this is going to have on the body. Nobody's really done an overarching research on that. So the controversy really has to do with the fact there's a lot of people trying to live naturally now, trying to go back to earth. And these vaccines do not seem to be natural. And it seems to work, but is there a better way? Is the question. Why are we stuck on hitting needles in people is the real question. If I can take something like colloidal silver, which boosts your immune system, if I can take licorice root, which fortifies your respiratory system, which is not having to take the needle, and this could show that I won't get the measles by doing these things, why wouldn't I do that instead of taking the vaccine? Again, my question is, why aren't we focusing on the multitude of preventative measures? Why do we always go for the shot in this country? It just always seems like, let's just go for that. And I don't necessarily know if vaccines, if we just do the history of vaccines, it wasn't meant to be the end-all, be-all cure because, first off, it's not a cure. It just makes you immune to the virus, but it does not cure it and stop the virus from propagating. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for something that's going to stop the virus from propagating, not give me immunity to it. That's not a cure. What if something happens? What if the virus mutates?
That's not sounding good.
I'm just asking, brother. What if the virus mutates and then the vaccine that we're pumping everybody full of no longer works? How do we know this won't happen? How do we know our body will now become immune to the vaccine and then it doesn't work anymore?
That's true.
How do we know that won't happen?
You're right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take us a minute and 47-second break. We're going to give the Sister Tamu a chance to rest up. If you guys have any questions at all, please call us at 347-327-9705. Once again, 347-327-9705. We'll be back in a minute 47. Peace. right, fam. We're back. Minute 47,
back.
just like I told you. Well,
Right.
it's only a 30-minute show. I know you guys want more, but we only have 8 minutes left. And I'm going to read y'all this quote by Benjamin Carson, who has finally said that he's going to be making a run for president in 2016.
Good.
All right? So you don't have to be a brain surgeon to be a valuable person. You become valuable because of the knowledge that you have. And that doesn't mean you won't fail sometimes. The important thing is to keep trying. Benjamin Carson. I like that quote.
Yeah, me too.
So
let's keep striving. Let's keep striving for a cure.
That's the whole point. So, and if you guys want to hear more about vaccinations, you guys can go to Chi Black. That's CHEBLAK. He's speaking with Dr. Umar Johnson. It's called Child Vaccinations. All right, it's probably about 40 minutes long, but it's really, really good. Once again, it's Chi Black with Dr. Umar Johnson. And also, you have my guy, who I love to listen to. His name is Minister Inky. Minister Inky, ENQI. All right, check that brother out. I guarantee you're gonna be like.
You're gonna be blown away.
Yeah.
By the knowledge he has, he will change your perspective of health, of how you eat, what you do altogether. No lie.
And this brother, he's a real health conscious. He's a real doctor. So I want you guys to pay him attention, listen to him, and it's something when other doctors come up to you and ask you questions. And I think the brother is real young. I think he was like one of the youngest that graduated in his class. Yeah, I forgot which school he went to. Was it Brown? I can't remember. But the brother is very talented. The brother is blessed with a gift out of this world. And if you want to change your diet, this is the brother to listen to. Minister Inky, ENQI. So.
Oh yeah, and while we're sending people to various links, I encourage everybody to check out Randy Short. He's also on YouTube. You just type in Randy Short.
Very deep brother.
Very, very, very eloquently spoken brother as well. Randy Short on Press TV, October 4th, 2014. Just type that in on your YouTube, and it'll come up. And he has a wonderful interview that he's doing, that he explains that the Ebola virus and I think another virus have patents on them, which means they were man-made.
True.
So a man-made virus was introduced, which means it wasn't introduced naturally, which means the virus didn't just develop naturally. Also, check out the cholera outbreak in Haiti. Many the officials there were saying that virus was introduced as well. So in conjunction with that, we want to go ahead and look at this measles thing. Like, we really don't know if this is natural or man-made. But we do know that man-made viruses and natural viruses do not behave in the same manner. So no one's thinking that. But, hey, we have historical proof of diseases being entered into communities. Randy Short on that Press TV interview speaks about the syphilis tests that were happening in Tuskegee, where several people were being infected with syphilis just to see what it would do to the black person. So all this is stuff to keep in mind. And in terms of preventative measures for the measles, it's reported that turmeric, the root turmeric, has very good respiratory healing properties and fortifying properties. So you may want to get you some turmeric, mix it with some honey, and take that on a daily basis to keep your respiratory system acting properly. Get a lot of vitamin C. Licorice root is also known to help relieve cough, typically the measles. Apparently, get your echinacea on. Anything that you can take to fortify your immune system at this time will be great. Another thing to think about is colloidal silver, which is known to help boost the immune system. So again, there are preventative measures for the measles, for all diseases. There are preventative measures, and there are herbal remedies that are known to work to have very positive effects on the human body. So again, turmeric is something to check out. Licorice root is also something to check out. And echinacea, getting your vitamin C from orange juice, lemons, and tangerines, and things of that nature. Fresh squeeze, fresh press, cold press, and lemon juice, going to knock anything out of you. So again, please check out these natural remedies for the measles. Check out Randy Short on Press TV. Check out Minister Inky. Just enter his name on YouTube, and he's going to give you a whole bunch of information about health in general. Because the more you are aware of your health and how your immune system is affected, the better off you will be in fighting any disorder, disease, better than a vaccine. The more you are aware, the better off you'll be. A lot of the things we suffer from are preventative if we change our diet. Minister Inky goes into that. So, yeah, please, if you're concerned, check out all of this. Anything you got to say, Brother Pete?
Well, I told y'all, Tamu is a health, I can't call her a nut, but.
Thank you for not calling me a health nut, because I don't feel like I'm nutty or hallucinating or
I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I remember one day, it's maybe like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, me and T getting ready for a show, and I pull out a bowl of cereal. Now, I love cereal. That's my thing. That actually runs in my family. We eat cereal. And so she looks at me, she says, "For real, brother?" And I said, What? She says, "A bowl of cereal? All that sugar?" And I was like, "Oh, how much you want to hear?" So I had to throw my bowl down.
Which is good. Throw the bowl down. All y'all throw the bowl down. Throw the bowls down, people.
So we want to say, I believe y'all with another quote. One of my favorite actors, Denzel Washington, he says, "I made a commitment to completely cut out drinking and anything that might hamper me from getting my mind and body together. And the floodgates of goodness have opened upon me spiritually and financially." That's Denzel Washington. Believe that, man. We love y'all. Thanks again for tuning in.
Thank you very much.
And we will see you guys next week, Thursday. The show is going to be called From the Cell Blocks. Freedom to the Cell. What is it? Well, I'm going to have a
From the cell block to freedom.
Yeah, that's it.
From the cell block to freedom.
I'm going to have my special guest on there, Anthony Frog London. He's going to give you guys his story, and we're going to take it from there. So you guys have a good evening. Sleep tight. Peace.
Peace.